It's not one big decision made occasionally. We have a process to take us through step by step, one step at a time, to get to the point where we're ready to invest. Firstly, do the dollar cost per week, the list of expenses. Measured against your income will tell you whether you're in a position to afford an investment now. If we're not in position for that, our next project is to increase our incomes to get in that position. We also talk about get a capacity check from a lender to see if someone will lend you some money for investing. But the big thing is to keep moving. Keep the process moving. The pace doesn't matter. It's about velocity. Pace in a direction, not speed, running around trying to do it quickly. Sure, it's like a marathon. Property investment, for instance, can seem boring to some personalities. Doing something that's going to give us a return in many years to come. It's like compulsory saving though. If we're trying to save money, it's always our decision one week after the next whether we do. Once we buy a property and we take an affordable mortgage and we're compelled now to pay it each month, it's like compulsory saving. If we bought a property for say 300,000 or 400,000 and we took a mortgage of 300,000, over time we're going to pay that down through compulsory saving and we'll own the lot. For most of us, that's much simpler than trying to save every week to save that up in cash. A lot of time is lost because we don't keep moving. Two individual clients come to mind. One of them lost a decade wondering about whether to invest or not. Once they got into this process of keeping things moving, over a couple of decades, they have multiple investment properties. They've moved home up 2 or 3 times, and they've got some shares and a beautiful superannuation set up. But they lost a decade by not keeping moving. Another client lost a decade, much the same way, just busyness, not knowing what to do. Once they got onto this process, just in the first few years, they have 2 investments set in concrete now. So let's keep moving. The result is like planting a tree. You tender the tree over time, you water it, get nothing back from it. But sometime in the future, you're sitting under the shade of it. Keep your investment process moving and there will be a time when you'll sit in the shade of financial freedom.